What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Tottenham Hotspur v Manchester City in the FA Cup 4th round. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe, and we've got plenty of Manchester City content coming throughout the rest of the season. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. I do get your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by BetMate. They're not running a Manchester City pot here against Tottenham Hotspur away from home. They do have lots of other available pots for you to go and check out. The links and details there in the description. Remember, BetMate is available to anybody who is in the United Kingdom only, and is available to anybody who is aged 18 or over. It's a free app to download. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up and get £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to go and join any pots that you wish. You've got full-time results, both teams to score. They've just started to dip into the European market as well. They've got lots of big prizes available, so do go and check it out. It is a great app. Do remember, if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So on to today's match information for this game. Match taking place at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the FA Cup 4th round on Friday, 26th of January 2024, with an 8 PM GMT kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on ITV1. Anyone heading down to the Big Smoke for this game do have a cracking time. 9,000 Manchester City fans heading down to the capital for this game. There's no trains back up to Manchester either. It's fair credit to every single Manchester City fan going there. It's some effort to be able to sell out that massive allocation there, and did it in, 24 hours as well. So salute to Manchester City there. And all the fans there turning up. Cracking effort. Anyway, our opponents for this game, Tottenham Hotspur, formed in 1882, led by manager Ange Postecoglou. Currently find themselves 5th in the Premier League. In terms of their form, won 2 of the last 4 games, including a win in the 3rd round at home against Burnley. They did draw in their last game away at Manchester United 2-2. In terms of their danger man, well, they've got new signing Timo Werner. He's going to be available and could start in the absence of Heung Min Son, who's currently out at the Asia Cup. Richarlison more than likely going to be starting in this game as well. James Maddison, Yves Bissouma, they're both out. Ben Davies, he's also out at the back as well. They've still got a few absentees. If you think back to when I did my preview, speaking about the game in the Premier League back in, was it end of November, early December, they still had lots of injuries, and they've still got quite a few injuries now. And that game was 2 months back. And remember, Manchester City dropped points that day at the Etihad Stadium, drawing 3-3 in a game that I thought that we should have won. So the question is, what lessons have we learned? So in terms of an expected team for Tottenham, I expect them to go with a 4-3-3 formation and take the game to Manchester City. I think they'll go full strength. Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro on the right-hand side, Udogie on the left-hand side, Romero and Van de Ven going through the middle, Bentancur, Skip and Hojbjerg starting as their central midfield, with Brennan Johnson on one side, on the right-hand side, Timo Werner on the left-hand side, and Richarlison starting up top. Still very much a strong team there from Tottenham Hotspur, who I will say are more than capable of beating Manchester City. Remember, we've not won since Tottenham Hotspur have gone to their new stadium. We haven't even scored a goal. So if we want to go through, we're going to have to do something about that. We can 0-0 it and take it to a replay. Do we want a replay? That's the question. You fancy that Man City will need to find gold, and what better time to start that and end that hoodoo than on Friday night. Now, Manchester City formed in 1894. We did form in 1880 under the name St. Mark's, and then 1894 as Manchester City. Some interesting facts about Manchester City, if you didn't know: we are the current treble winners, the current Premier League champions, with got 9 top division titles, 7-time FA Cup champions. We're the current holders of the FA Cup as well. 8-time League Cup winners, 1-time European Super Cup winners, 1-time European Cup winners, 1-time Champions League winners, and 1-time and current champions of the world. Led by manager Pep Guardiola. Currently find ourselves 2nd in the Premier League, won 8 of our last 9 games in all competitions, unbeaten in their 9 games as well, including winning our last game away from home against Newcastle United by 3-2 with a last-minute Oscar Bobb winner. We did beat Huddersfield at home in the 3rd round by 5-0 as well. And remember, both teams here, they've not played in nearly 2 weeks. We had a little winter break. Man City have been out in Abu Dhabi enjoying some winter sunshine and a little training camp there. so all players should be nice and fresh and raring to go. So in terms of injury news, Manuel Akanji's not been training, he's out of this game. John Stones back in training, could well be in contention. Erling Haaland back in training as well, not expected to be in contention for this game. Everybody else though looks good to go, including Kevin De Bruyne, who could be starting his first competitive game of the season. Ederson picked up a little gash that saw him head out of the game against Newcastle. I'm not expecting Ederson to be starting, but I don't think that's going to be down to injury. I think it's just because Ortega-Moreno is our goalkeeper and will be given the nod in this game. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. It'll be Stefan Ortega-Moreno in goal. I reckon it's going to be a back three for Manchester City. Kyle Walker on the right-hand side, Josko Gvardiol going on the left-hand side, and recently single Ruben Dias. End of season, Ruben Dias. Business end of the season, Ruben Dias, where we get the very best out of Ruben Dias. I reckon he'll be starting in this game with Nathan Ake going slightly ahead of him. Ake could slot into the gap on the left-hand side, and that may give a little bit more freedom to Josko Gvardiol, which is what we've seen before. Rodri could sit into the gap, and it allows Walker to get further forward. To me, that's Man City's most settled back line that we've got with Akanji's injury, so that's what I would be going with. Rodri in midfield. I go with Kevin De Bruyne. I want to see how good he is, how over his injury he is, and see just where Kevin De Bruyne's level is at. It's great coming in, doing little cameo appearances off the bench. It's fantastic to see. We need him back starting games. What better way? FA Cup 4th round. We've had a couple of weeks off, a bit of winter sunshine, a bit of vitamin D. Get him into that team, see how he does, give him 60 or 70 minutes and see where we go from there. I'd like to see Phil Foden going through the middle as well, which means Bernardo Silva goes on the right-hand side. The question is, on the left-hand side, do we go with Doku? Do we go with Oscar Bobb and a reward for getting that last-minute goal against Newcastle? Or do we go with Jack Grealish? I think because of how good Tottenham Hotspur can be in phases of the game and how good they can be going forward and taking the game to Manchester City, we may be tempted to go with the safer option here of Jack Grealish with Julian Alvarez starting up top. Kalvin Phillips, he's set to join West Ham. He's got a medical on Thursday, so I'm not expecting to see him in the squad here for Manchester City. I'm not expecting to see Kalvin Phillips in a Manchester City shirt again, if I'm being completely honest. So, moving on to my score prediction for this game. Are we going to go and do it? Are we going to score our first goal at Spurs' new stadium? I'm thinking 1-1 and to a replay. I don't want a replay, so my heart's telling me City sneak it 2-1. I think it's just as likely that Spurs could win this game. Flip up a coin. I don't know what way this game's going to go. To me, it's the worst possible draw. I'd have preferred this at the Etihad if we were to draw Tottenham. Away from home as well, it's so difficult. But we do have 9,000 Blues backing us there. It's a cracking away day, so there we go. You can't have everything. Now, in terms of my betting tips, 100% Romero gets a yellow card anytime. I can see Rodri getting a yellow card anytime as well. I think they're the two bankers here. They're my betting tips for this game. I will have my live watch-along link out later on today for you guys to go and set your reminders for. I will be live at 7:30 p.m. GMT for this game on Friday night, so I will see you then. Next up for Manchester City, it's Premier League action in midweek at home against Burnley on Wednesday night. Spurs, they're going to be playing at home against Brentford midweek. And so, yeah, there we go. That's all there is to talk about. What a club Manchester City are. 9,000 fans heading down to the capital. Anyone heading down to London for this game, do have a cracking time. Going to be some away, and that really is. So hopefully we can get the win and get into the 5th round as well. That would be absolutely brilliant. So there we go. That has been today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Get your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do go and check out today's video sponsor as well, BetMate. Links and details, they're in the description. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video and that live stream watch along on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. GMT sharp. I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.